Welcome to Reynolds Reviews, where we review a wide variety of products and supplies. Be sure to hit that subscribe button on the way in so that you don't miss any of our future videos. And if you've got a personal experience with the products or supplies that we covered in this video, be sure to leave your personal experience down below in the comments. As always, links to all products and supplies will be available in the description box below. Welcome, folks. Kendall with Reynolds for Pros and Joes, back with another Reynolds review, and today we're going to be unboxing and demonstrating the Blisslights Skylight 2.0 with blue stars. We're going to unbox it, show you what comes inside, and then we're going to move to a different space where we can demonstrate all of this unit's different features. Let's jump into that unboxing. So let's unbox this Blisslights Skylight 2.0 with blue stars and see what comes inside of the box. First thing we notice is that we've got some promotional literature here for another item. We've got some literature explaining some of the new and improved features on this version of the Blisslights Skylight. And we have also got our user's guide. We're going to set all of our literature here to the side and take a look at what's inside the box. So here we've got our power cord with our plug. These are already assembled and ready to go. We'll set that to the side. And then here we have our Blisslights Skylight 2.0 projector. Let's take it out of the bag here. Take a closer look at it. Scoot our box over here to the side, and here we have our Blisslights Skylight 2.0. So let's flip it over here on the other side and take a look at the buttons that we've got here on it. Here we have a button that controls the brightness, this button controls the motion, and this button controls our power. Here on the front or on the top, you can see this is where we have our projection and everything set up. As you see this blue tab here, always remember to remove that because that is going to affect the clarity of your projection when you have it plugged in and begin to use it. So always remember to remove this before you begin to use it. We'll set that to the side as well. One more thing I want to point out here on the bottom of this unit is that it's got feet on it. So all of these are feet. As you look here from the side, you can kind of see that you can either use these 2 feet or you can use these 2 feet. So if you're going to be using these 2 feet, these are going to be best used when you're going to have your projector in the center of the room and it's going to be shooting straight up. If you're going to be having a projector positioned to the side of the room or at an angle where you're going to be able to shoot across the room to the center, then you're going to position it here where the projection can shoot at an angle. So angle here or straight up here. The choice is yours. And as I showed you before, this is our power cord. You can see on the back here, this is where we're going to plug it in. So we simply plug that in and we're ready to go. Let's move to a new space where we can demonstrate the different features of the Blisslights Skylight 2.0. Let's go. Okay, so we're now in the space where we're going to be demonstrating the Blisslights Skylight 2.0 with blue stars. And the first thing that I want to do is turn the unit on. I'm going to press the button at the front of the unit, and that's going to turn it on. And before we get started, I do want to point out that this version of the Blisslights Skylight actually can be controlled both on the unit itself as well as via the app which you can use on your smartphone. So I'm going to go through the functions of the Blisslights Skylight 2.0 on the unit itself first, then we will run through the functionality on the smartphone so that you can see both. So as I said, I just pushed the button at the very front of the unit and that has turned the light on. Let's first look at the brightness settings on this unit, which is going to be controlled by the button at the back of the unit, the rearmost button. So right now we currently have it on its brightest setting. If we press that button one time, we're going to step down one brightness level down to medium. I'm going to press it one more time. That's going to take us down to the lowest setting. So one more time, back up to bright. One more time to medium. And then down to our lowest setting. Let's set it on brightest. And the next thing we're going to do is also change the option for motion. So if you pay attention closely now, you can see that our clouds or our northern lights are currently moving from right to left, and our stars are also moving from right to left, and they kind of appear to be kind of turning in a counterclockwise pattern slightly and very slowly. So I'm going to hit the button in the middle now, and this is going to stop all of our motion. Can you see the difference now? Nothing is moving. I'm going to press it again. You'll see everything resume movement. Okay? everything's moving again. So the next feature that I'm going to show you is going to be going through the different settings on this unit with regards to color. So currently the setting that we have it on features blue, green, and red northern lights, and we have our blue stars that are also present. So to change the different color settings, we're going to hit the button in the very front, which is also the same button that is used to power the unit on and off. So as I said, we're at setting 1 right now, where we've got green, red, and blue clouds with blue stars. That's setting 1. So let's press it again. Now, as you can see, we've pressed it the first time and our colors have stayed the same, but you can see that all of our northern lights and our stars are fading in and out. So they slowly get very, very dim and everything goes dark for just a split second, and then they come back again. So that's setting number 2. Let's go ahead and move to the next setting. Now we are on the 3rd setting, and this is just our blue stars. While I've got it currently on the blue star setting, I do want to quickly show you what this looks like when we stop all movement. So I'm going to hit the button here for motion, which is our 2nd button, so that you can see what everything looks like when there's no movement at all. We just have a sky of blue stars. Now I'm going to hit that same center button again for motion, so that you can see what our stars look like when we start moving again with just our stars. Okay, now we're going to resume going through our colors again. We're going to hit the front button again, which is also used for power, to move on to the next color setting. And as you can see in this setting, we have our blue, green, and red clouds with no stars. Okay? We're going to press the button again to move on to our next setting. As you can see, they're kind of transitioning from one to the next. Now at this setting, we have blue and green clouds with the blue stars again. No red in this one. As you can see, it kind of faded out and just transitioned to just blue and green clouds with our blue stars. I'm going to hit it one more time. As you can see on this one, we've now transitioned to red and blue clouds with our stars still present. I'm going to press it again. Now we have red and green clouds with blue stars. You can see the difference there. Press it one more time. Now this transitions to red clouds only. Then we move over to green clouds only. And then we transition to blue clouds only. And let's see if this is going to make a difference if we hit our motion button, if that changes anything. So it does. So when we change the motion button and turn the motion off, the colors still change, but we don't have movement now. So we're going from red, transitioning from red to green. And then we transition from green to blue. This is all without our motion on. Hit our motion button again. And now we've got motion again. Now, those are all of our settings. And so the next time I hit this power button, this should turn the unit completely off. So let's press that now. And then it transitions off. So now that we've got the unit turned off, I am going to now activate the app, and then we're going to control everything with the smartphone app. So now we are pulling up the Blisslights app, and it is now connecting to the Blisslights. And the first thing that we're going to do, if you can see that, we have the option here to turn the light on. As you can see, it's now on. And here, the functionality that we want to first focus on is going to be this Effect tab, and that's going to allow us to select which one of those different settings we want to turn it on from a different color standpoint. Remember, we had 7 different ones. Now here we can actually scroll through the different settings here, like this. And as you can see, we can transition to different ones by pressing those buttons there. We can click on it like that, and that will change it up. Or we can click the More button here, which will pull up our drop down here. We can clearly see what those options are. And you can just go ahead and press it. Let's press the stars only here. And you can see that changes to just the stars. And then let's go back and change over here to, let's do the red and green with the stars. Let's do that one. So you can see now we've got the red and green with our stars there. Now, these are similar settings to what we had on the unit itself. Some of the other features that the app allows you to do is you can click here, and there's actually a timer that we can use. Now, the timer is going to allow you to count in or when you want the unit to shut off. You also have a timer that allows you to set it when you want the unit to come on. And then down here below, you can actually set which one of these default startup patterns and colors you want the unit to display when you do turn it on. Let's go back out of there, back out one more time, and then here we can also look at our effect cycle. This is going to allow us to set how long we want the effects to last. We have an option of 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, and 2 minutes. So you can select any one of those, and you can control your effect cycle there. You can also select and reorder the order in which you want. See if I can drag that on. So you can see that now I've turned the effect cycle on, and we can select which one we want here as we kind of bounce around here. But we can also select which effects we want to use. So if I pan out a little bit here, you can see we've got boxes checked, and you can deselect ones that you don't want to play as part of your cycle there. Let's back out. We'll turn that off, and then we'll go back here. Now, another feature that you have here on the app is that you can click this tab here that says DIY. Now, DIY is going to allow you to adjust the brightness settings for each one of the different colors independently. So right now we have the setting where we've got all colors being shown. And so if I click red here, and I'm going to pull the phone down a little bit, but I'm just going to show you first before I do it that I'm just going to drag our color bar over so you can see that. You can drag these back and forth for each one of these different colors. So it's like I'm going to do red first. So I'm going to drop the phone down so that you can see what I'm doing, and I'm going to slowly drag the red down from 100. We're down to 70 now. Hopefully you can see it getting brighter or less bright. We're down to 60% or 46% now. 31, 18, 6. just a very little red now, and then we can turn it all the way down to 0. When we turn it down to 0, here you can see that our all the way down to 0 here for the red, we can't even see red anymore. You can't see red up here either on the ceiling. So we can drag that back up, and then the red comes back in. And that feature is good for all of the different settings. We even have one here down below for the stars, so we can actually dim the stars too, so we can drop our stars down to 45. Hopefully you can see that the stars have gotten lighter, and then we can drag it all the way to 0 there just to demonstrate, and you can see that it has faded all the way out, and now you don't see any stars at all. Let's bring our stars all the way back in, and then we'll back out of our DIY and just go back to our regular old home screen here. And we've gone through most of the settings here that you can do. These are kind of fun to play around with. I think if you've got more than one of Blisslights device, you can add them in here into the app, and you control multiple devices here within the app. So we have gone through all the different settings. I'm going to now get ready to power it off. But before I do, I want to go back out here just so you can see the functionality that you can control right here with the controller. So you can see that this is going to control rotation, which we can stop here. Everything stops moving. This can control our fading feature here. So we turn on the fading, and that's what causes it to kind of look like it's being turned off, and then it comes back on. And then, as I said before, we've got low, medium, and high. We are on high right now, and this is going to control our different colors here. I can hit blue, and that will bring blue back into our different color settings. While we're still looking at the Blisslights Skylight 2.0 with blue stars, there's one more thing I'd also wanted to point out just to give you a point of reference for the size of the space that we're running this device in. I'm going to scoot across to the other side of the room so that you can see and have a good reference point for the size of the space that we're currently in. So as I stand here, you can look across to the other side of the room, and you can see where the projector is. If you can see that little light that's shining right there in the center there down low, that's the projector. It's projecting up. So the width of that back wall here from this side to this side is 16 feet wide. And where we're standing now is actually 20 feet away from the Blisslights Skylight as a point of reference. And so this is what it looks like from 20 feet away. And you can kind of get a little bit closer here to it so you can see what it looks like over here from right next to the unit. Hopefully you all found this demonstration of the Blisslights Skylight 2.0 with blue stars both helpful and informative, and I'll see you all in the next one.